Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the DevasiaMentality. We
Let's
now return
play
20 years in time to an era long forgotten. Okay, but maybe it's not forgotten, but it might as well be forgotten anyway. But anyway, 1996 was the year. It was the release year of the Sony PlayStation, as well as that of a certain franchise beginner
Was it?
game thing.
It wasn't 20 years though.
That'd be 2006.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really
1996, you twit.
sorry.
Greetings, this Crash Bandicoot! The very first entry in that of the Tales of the Orange Marsupial.
How is it 2016?
Time went somewhere, didn't it?
No,
God.
I'm not feeling very well still.
I'm not feeling 100% myself, but I think I can do this.
I got sick after you.
I've been good.
Cortex. We have not determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer
Why
than
do you
ever
need
before.
generals?
Quickly, into the vortex.
Why do you...
The
And,
vortex
and,
is
and,
my
and why the
way.
local
You know
island
what to do.
creatures, the local creatures from
Failure again.
Australia land?
Capture him.
Ah!
Prepare
He-
the female bandit.
And that's exactly how this game starts. Alternatively, we could have gone with the opening that was long since cut from the game ages ago, which goes like this.
Dr. Cortex is a genius, a mental aberration. He's totally fixated on world domination. The local island creatures are dull and obtuse. Until the evil doctor turns on the juice, he wants them for his troops. They come out nincompoops, most especially Crash Bandicoot. Should have been a genius, but he doesn't quite compute. Crash Bandicoot. Anything can happen now that Crash is in pursuit. Tom has been selected for running through the blender. Crash will fight to save her. He'll never surrender. He'll vanquish any villain to set his girlfriend free. He doesn't have a clue about how to proceed. His heart's in the right place. His brain's been rearranged unsuccessfully. Crash Bandicoot. If Cortex isn't beaten, he'll reign absolute. Crash Bandicoot. Play our game and tell your friends so we'll make lots of loot.
But since that's not the case, let's just get on with the game.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to...
Wake up.
Huh?
We're at Insanity Beach, the beginning level of Crash Bandicoot.
Why does he look like a cartoon?
Probably because he is. Okay, Crash Bandicoot. This being his very first video game, his very first outing in 3D, he has three-dimensional directional movement. He can go all over the place. You can jump, you can spin. And that's it. I hate to say. Unfortunately, we wouldn't get into some of the more useful and better moves that would be Crash Bandicoot's repertoire until the next game. I mean, you can't... You literally have jump and spin. There's no slide.
I think...
There's no super jump.
But, you know what's great about this game?
Aku Aku.
No.
Basically, your hit points.
No.
Pick up one of
That's not-
these, and...
That's not what's great about this game.
What's great about this game?
What's great about this game is just how, look at how animated Crash is. Look at him.
Yeah, for one of the earliest entries in the Sony PlayStation's repertoire for 3D video games,
It's a pretty game.
it's actually a pretty well animated, all things considered. I mean, the polygonal models, very low polygon models.
They're very
It's not much to work with, but they are very expressive in their movements. It would get a lot better as the games go on, but I do think that this is some of the better early 3D that you'll get. In terms of, like, full-on 3D video games.
There's a cat.
Pick up 3 Aku Aku masks, you get a temporary invincibility. Plow through these things. And also makes you go just a teensy bit faster in your walking speed. Unless you just walk through boxes. Oh god, a fork. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know if anyone knows what it is.
It's probably...
It's one of Aku Aku's just
foreign lingo.
Foreign language, linguistic chants. Something I'm going to let people in on right here in regards to the progression through this game.
I don't think you need to say anymore.
I want to make a note of this right now. We never played the original, very first Crash Bandicoot when we were growing up with our own very first Sony PlayStation. Our first Crash Bandicoot game was Crash 2. Which had a lot, and I do mean a lot, of technical improvements that just really definitely make me prefer it over this. Not the least of which is getting this game's major MacGuffins. So in order to get gems in this game, you need to break every box in a stage. If you happen to die at any point during this stage after you've gotten a checkpoint,
just once, don't do it.
Your box count disappears. You don't get to collect any boxes. You don't get a gem for collecting however many boxes you end up getting.
You get nothing.
You get nothing. Of course, it doesn't help that early on there are a lot of stages that you can't complete anyway because you require gems from later on in the game in order to get more boxes in these stages to get the gem for these stages. So, as is, I'm not going for 100% in this game. Absolutely fucking not. I'll make up for it with the next couple of games, but for Crash 1, since I've only played it to 100% completion once, and I found that absolutely nightmare-inducing.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad aside from one stage. Well, okay,
it wouldn't be so bad, full stop, if it had one major improvement that other games beyond this one included, and that is to keep count of your box tally after you've hit a checkpoint.
What the Japanese one?
I wouldn't know. But there are some, and that's something else of note. The Japanese version of the game had certain improvements. Okay, collecting Tana tokens. Collect 3 of these, you get a bonus stage. Unlike later games, the boxes that you get in these stages don't count towards your overall box count in a level. So if you don't hit all the boxes in a bonus stage, don't worry about it. The only reason you need to worry about a bonus stage is for saving! Because, again, improvements from later games is that they would have a save area that you could go to between stages and be able to save your overall progress, no matter what all it was.
So
in this game, you only get to save if you manage to collect all 3 Tana tokens at a given level and beat the bonus stage.
So you'd better save up Tana tokens.
That was terrible. And you should feel terrible. And you... What are you looking at?
I think there's a bug in here.
Yeah, there is a bug in here. It's you.
That's harsh, bro. That's harsh.
The Great Gate. But yeah,
Oh,
as you
no.
saw there, there's a tally of boxes that I missed, and that's because there was a certain green gem that I didn't have in order to create a platform that would allow me to access those boxes in order to continue on collecting the boxes to get the gem in that one level. And that's going to be a very enormous problem early on for a number of stages, is that you can't collect a fucking gem because you need another gem to do that. Although collecting gems to get other gems in stages is going to be a constant throughout the Crash series, or at least up until 3 at least. I don't know about Cortex. I don't know about the Wrath of Cortex since we've never played that one either. So I wouldn't know. But anyway, that's going to be a pretty irritating constant throughout the Crash Bandicoot series up to a certain point, is that you require certain colored gems in order to access platforms in order to get other gems. Which I feel works out a lot better in later games simply because it's more streamlined. Up to a certain point. In this game, there's nothing streamlined about it at all. In fact, that's another one of those things that are slightly changed in the Japanese version, is which colored gems you would get at which areas, making the game a whole lot easier and more streamlined in that particular case.
All the stages look like this.
Yeah, all the taunable stages.
Oh. Did he just... Yeah, he left. I don't know why I came in here.
Why can't I save you here? Pay attention to me! Sorry about that.
That would be too easy. And
convenient.
And
oh, why is she even there then? Actually, that's something else that's changed in the Japanese version, is that she will actually disappear like a hologram projection once you get near her at the end of a bonus stage.
oh, so the Japanese version is just more finished.
In essence.
Heater kicked on.
Yeah, I know.
I
Doesn't seem to be
really
picking
do
up all
like
that
how
much.
Crash just kind of like he just looks around. He acts like stuff is going on when nothing is.
Nothing's going on. His brain is empty. The world is empty. My stomach is empty. I must have more Wumpa fruit. Yeah, Wumpa fruit. Standard collectible. Collect 100, get an extra life. Like rings or coins.
If only that were as easy in real life. Collect and drink 100 teas and get a life. Yay. But that is not how life works. Life is good and I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't
so
know.
low that nobody can hear me as usual. Where did that cat go?
I think he left.
Why?
Because he didn't want to deal with the boulder.
You know what he did when he came in here? He came in here and he got up on the bed and then he just stared at the vent. He just stared at that. Up there. If you can call that a vent, but whatever. He just stared at it and then he left.
Oh god, this boulder's getting close.
Looks like it has teeth.
Like a
Like a
chain
boulder
chomp.
with teeth.
Like, looks like a chain chomp. Oh, I actually got all of the boxes in that level. Dem
Expressive.
teeth!
It's expressive.
Bottom jaw teeth. Expressive. Completely defies all sense of physics and logic unless your gum line is made out of Play-Doh.
Well, I think his teeth are stretching too. I feel like his overbite got bigger when he smiled, so his whole face is just stretching.
Here.
Carrying on.
Upstream. Ah, these levels.
What have I got?
Jump right in my face, why don't you?
You know, I watched.
Do you think they got to record that sound effect? So like they had one of the guys from the office come in and say one day and say, "Hey, can you babble into this microphone?"
Well, I don't know. Who? There's a question I want to ask because this is gonna come up randomly. This is gonna be. I'm a guy. Okay. Who do you suppose made all the noises for all? Who do you suppose came in and made all the weird noises for Ed, Edd n Eddy? Huh?
Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Yeah.
Bugger! Fino.
What have I got?
Like the whistle tune for the main theme was, you know, the whistle was done by Danny Antenna. His whatever his name is, Antenna
Antenna head.
Yes. So I wonder if he did other noises for the show.
Sodobayashi.
The sumo noises. Yeah, and she just kind of stops in that pose. Yeah, she just waves and then you leave for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe in this
another thing in the Japanese version, as I showed you, is that the Aku Aku masks are your tutorial.
He's always talking.
Every time you break open a box, you'll get a tutorial message.
You don't know what to do. He will tell you.
Of course, in the first game, it was just like text boxes and whatnot. Later games would have him actually trying to say shit to you, and that's something I'm glad they don't include in the English-speaking versions. But anyway, oh wow, we're going over.
Crash.
It's been that long already.
Move forward to proceed.
You know what? Let's just beat up Papa Papu, and then we'll call it call it apart. This shouldn't be too hard. First boss, Paupu Paupu.
And Crash is just kind of standing there looking around. How did he even get there? He's standing right there.
Ow.
That's it. Oh, okay. He's got a nice ass. Ah!
And
that was it.
That was it. First boss of the game.
Oh.
So, with that all said and done, I think that'll do it for part 1 of Let's Play Crash Bandicoot for the Sony PlayStation.
I don't know about you, but that boss battle felt random.
And with that in mind, thank you all for watching. RCFS and out.